I'd like to share a few quick thoughts on value statements. And you might ask, well, why are they important? Why would you have them? And the answer is for two reasons. One is for customers, one is for employees. For customers, customers really want to know what business are you in, and more importantly, why are you in it? Are you in there to make money? Are you in there because you believe in a social cause or a social good? Are you in business to really try and produce a particular product or service that people want at a great price point? Now, for employees, the reason why employees need value statements is it gives them a feeling for how they're going to be treated. How might they be treated in good times? How are they going to be promoted? How will they be compensated? And in bad times, they're going to worry about, how are we going to lay people off? What will that selection process be? And how will the people that are laid off, how are they going to be helped during that process? So those are the kinds of things that people look for in value statements, and reading those, both those stakeholders groups have a sense of how a corporation is going to behave. And that's really key. One of the most important thing about value statements is if you publish them and write them down and share them, you have to act in concordance with them. Congruence is key. If you do not walk the talk, value statements are utterly worthless. But when they are followed, they can be really powerful for aligning your employees with your customers in a very strong and cohesive manner. Now, seeing the importance of value statements, the question is well, how should they be formatted, and are there some ways that are better than the others? And the answer is a little bit about it depends upon the business. So I'm going to share with you a couple of examples. The first example is from Hallmark Cards. And in Hallmark Cards' case, what they do is they share some belief statements. They're short statements. They're really to the point. They talk about excellence. They talk about integrity. They talk about responsibility. So these statements give both internal and external stakeholders a sense of how Hallmark, is intending to behave as an organization. Now, I'll contrast to some other organizations that use just very specific words. There's single or paired words like high quality, the example we had before, integrity. It might be related to a particular service. So, or being really good at communications. Now, those words are good as well, but the trouble with just using just single or paired words is that oftentimes they're too ambiguous. People really don't know what they're getting. So a way in which that has been corrected, if you will, or upgraded, is some organizations, and I show an example here, have the paired words. In this case, there's 6 different categories, but for each of those categories, there's sub-bullets of what will people see and experience as that value is being lived. So that gives both the high-level view, because those 6 words or categories often translate well language to language. They can be shared all over the globe, but the individual, descripting sentences, those usually are country specific and worded well for each individual language, and take into account any cultural bias that's present from region to region. So what I've shared with you is the fact that values are really important to have, and that I've shared with you a couple of different formats that they can be utilized and communicated. So just to summarize, values are really important for both your external and your internal shareholders, and if you utilize value statements, what you will find is those groups will align and you will end up with a high-performing organization.